Hey everybody, this is Tim with Op-Ed Daily. Um, you need to listen to this whole video because what I'm about to tell you is very important. It may sound like a conspiracy theory, but it's probably not, and it's not just me being paranoid. So hear me out, and then you can make a decision on your own whether you believe me or not. But this is very, very important and vital to the well-being of this nation. If you prepare yourselves for things that are to come, you might fare better when it actually happens. So here we go. I just run across this Army document, a military document. It's a request to conduct realistic military training called Jade Helm 15, and you can Google this on your own if you'd like. I'm just going to go through this with you guys a little bit at a time. Bear with me because this is probably one of the most disturbing things I've seen in years. So what is RMT, realistic military training? Is training conducted outside of federally owned property. So this means private property or state-owned property. The RMT process is designed to ensure proper coordination between the Department of Defense representatives and local and regional authorities. The process includes risk assessment, medical and communications plans, licensing agreements, training areas, staging areas, blah, blah, blah. ID of training, staging, role players, airfield drop zones, and landing zones. Letters of invitations obtained from local officials, coordination with local, state, and federal law enforcement, public affairs review. So what is it? It's challenging 8-week joint military and interagency unconventional warfare. Now, this is a key point. Unconventional. Now, if a military, say Russia, were to attack us and we were fighting them on our own turf, that is conventional warfare. That is not unconventional, because that is something that they would plan for all the time because that's what they do. They're the military. Unconventional warfare would be things like a civil war or guerrilla warfare, which is basically what a civil war would amount to, because, Americans would have very little in the way of ammunition and arms, so they would do hit and run type things if they were to fight against the United States. It could also be, any number of things. It could be assassination missions. Um, it could be all kinds of things. So unconventional warfare, that is basically saying this is not us fighting another military. This is us doing something completely different. And it's going to be conducted throughout Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, California, Nevada, Utah, and Colorado. Jade Helm is U.S. Special Operations Command-sponsored exercise to improve the Special Operations Forces UW capability, unconventional warfare capability as part of the national security strategy. Bullshit. JH-15 will run from 15th of July of this year through the 15th of September 2015. So it's right around the corner. Participants: U.S. Army, Special Forces, Navy SEALs, Air Force, Marine Special Operations, Marine Expeditionary Units, Airborne Division, and agency partners. So basically, everybody is going to be in on this. Bastrop, Big Springs, Cato, blah, 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 all these different places. Now, check this disturbing map out. Okay. Red is for hostile. Okay. Hostile. Hostile. Insurgent pocket. Blue for permissive, meaning somebody that's likely to be pro whatever you're doing. Brown is uncertain, leaning hostile. Light blue, leaning friendly. Now let's think of the state of these states and their political affiliations. Republican state, Republican state, Democratic state, Democratic state. Colorado, I would say is largely a Democratic state. New Mexico, who knows? Arizona, I would say mostly Republican, but probably, I guess, maybe a bunch of Democrats were elected. Now, I've been a Democrat basically all my life, or at least registered one, and I've most of my beliefs lean towards Democrats. So I really hate to point this out here, but it almost seems as if, since we have a Democrat as the president, it almost seems as if they're going in here to take over this part of the nation just to get to these areas, Southern California, Utah, Texas, where they don't vote Democratic or that have, frequently brought up secession. Who knows? But this map right here, calling these areas hostile, I don't care if it's a game or what. This is pretty damned telling, and go figure that these are Republican states and these are Democratic states. Do you know that the colors match up with the state and what they normally are? Yeah. Why Texas? Because Texans are historically supportive of efforts to prepare our soldiers, airmen. So basically they're saying, well, Texas will allow us to do it. Yeah. To hone advanced skills, blah, blah, blah. These proposed areas offer the conditions conducive to quality training because of real obstacles to challenge joint and IA personnel during planning and execution of their tasks. These challenges include operating outside the normal support mechanisms, adapting to unfamiliar terrain, social and economic conditions. There you go, unfamiliar terrain, social and economic conditions. That's it right there. They are saying that we are going to put American soldiers in front of American combatants. Unfamiliar terrain because they've never fought in the United States. Unfamiliar social and economic conditions because they've never fought in the United States. They are planning on invading the Southwest and taking over. And maybe it is just an exercise, but maybe it's not. Maybe this is a way for them to go in and snatch these people up, because when you take this and you couple it with the FEMA camps, as I call them, that they have, and this isn't conspiracy theory. These things actually exist. Now, my video capabilities, I'm still learning how to do this whole thing, so I'm not real good with editing and stuff, or I would show that to you. Maybe I can leave a link to some good information about the FEMA camps. But these are things that they have built this structure and passed legislation where they can take Americans, they can kill Americans, they can take the Americans, call them enemy combatants, and nobody will even know. Nobody would know because they don't have to tell anybody about it. And they've got these FEMA camps already set up. They're like prisons, but they're not prisons. They're camps. And then you've got Hillary Clinton running around saying that we need fun camps in the United States so that we can get all these adults to go in and talk about politics. Now, why would they do that? What, so we can all be forced into this room and talk about our political ideology so they can, what, check mark off on a list? Okay, this person is going to be pro-government. This person's going to be pro-government. Well, this person might be a rebel. Is that what they're doing? I mean, I don't know. Is it over 1,200 servicemen that, increased air traffic at night may receive noise complaints from the people in the areas. Some individuals may conduct suspicious activities designed to prepare them for complex environments overseas. Really? So this is what the people are going to deal with in the areas. This isn't me being paranoid, guys. This is here. This is coming, and it's coming in July. So get ready for it. I'm going to leave a link down below so you can do your own stuff. I'd like you to comment, and I'd love for you to share this, because this is not something that we need to let just pass over. This is important. Do your part and share it.